Craig, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
Now, Golden State's starting five. The forward spots will be Butler and Green. DeAnthony Melton out there with Curry. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Durant. Against Washington, he was really on his game. Puts up a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And for Durant, it's just that simple. Get the ball and shoot.
Melton passes to Porzingis. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
Well, the key is to take what the defense allows. That is smart basketball.
And Thompson kicks to Şengün. Three-pointer. And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Shepherd. KD's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Rockets. Melton passes to Porzingis. Here's Curry. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
And he quickly picks up his first foul. That's something to be aware of.
Porzingis passes to Melton. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Curry outside. It's hauled in by Adams.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Thompson. And it's Melton with the rebound.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get two there.
Golden State needs to get off a shot. Green inside the three-point line. The rebound by Steven Adams. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Adams with the screen on Melton. Thompson dishes to Adams. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And that play is tailor-made for Adams. And not many guys set a better screen and then the quick roll off it to get the finish.
That is just athleticism. Working against that kind of length.
Houston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. I've always admired the impact that Steph Curry, Tim, has made on this game, and not only at this level, but at every level. With that in mind, do shooters train differently in part because of him?
Yeah, I believe they do, Kevin, but you've got to beware. This is a guy that's often imitated, rarely replicated. He is so special, but I think guys need to add escape dribbles, the sidestep dribble, and certainly deep shooting off the dribble. That's where Steph Curry has impacted the modern shooter.
That's good advice. That's good from Durant. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
Durant nails both of them. And now that we are witnessing the tail end of Kevin Durant's illustrious career, Tim, talk about his legacy.
Well, Kevin, without question, this is one of the all-time greats, arguably the most effortless scorer the game has ever seen. Quite simply, he is one of one.
Now, here's Adams. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Inside, and stolen by Şengün. No one near Shepherd as he lets it go. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Melton passes to Porzingis. Outside, Green. And slam dunk by Butler.
Yeah, Jimmy throwing it down. Wow, that was tough.
Rockets leading by 7. And Thompson kicks to KD. Pass to Shepard. Here's Şengün. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Last game for the Rockets, they picked up the win against Washington.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Well, if you shoot the ball at 40% or better from the three-point line, you are going to win most games no matter where you play.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Melton. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. Second, the Warriors. In third, the Rockets.
Yeah, both teams on fire right now, shooting lights out from long range and also great ball movement, I think, enabling them to create those terrific opportunities.
Butler feeling out a bit. On the wing, Green. Porzingis sets the pick for Green. Out to Porzingis from deep. And he's good on the three ball. Porzingis has got 5.
And Porzingis doesn't take too many shots from the corners, but he's effective when he does.
Outside, KD. Adams with the screen on Butler. And it's Houston with another.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Melton with the ball. No scoring in this one. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And when you rank stretch bigs, you have to place Porzingis toward the top of that list. This guy is a pure shooter at 7'3".
Now here's Durant. 10 points for him. Now Porzingis. Outside for Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. From 12 feet out. That one wide left. And so Şengün will bring it up for Houston. They lead by 7. Durant against Butler. And he banks in the layup. 12 points for him.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Warriors trail by 9. Melton feeling it out a bit. Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Şengün finds Thompson. He takes it in. And Thompson throws it down.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Here's Melton. Still yet to score. Outside Curry. Outside Butler. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Now here's Adams, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Houston making a switch here. Smith is checked in, and the Warriors also making a change. Moody's checked in. Thompson against Curry. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Rockets leading by 6. Thompson dishes to KD. Back to Thompson. Going inside, and Thompson throws it down.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Here's Porzingis. The rebound by Shepherd.
What a contest. That looked like a guaranteed bucket.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Rockets.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
That free throw good from Thompson. And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Tari Eason comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Shepherd. Now, here's Butler. His last outing, he had 18 points.
And the passing of Butler can be overlooked, but Jimmy normally averages about 5 assists per game.
Houston leading by 8. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Stephen Curry hears folks complaining about all the threes. He said it's new and everybody has their opinion. It's not like I can go out and do a 360 windmill, drive down the lane and dunk on somebody. We'll see how it goes, but I'm hoping to keep shooting threes, so don't worry about that. Back over to you.
Yeah, you're right. That is his superpower. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Jimmy Butler. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable, averaging about 24 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
But that's right. There's no question he's not their only offensive weapon, but he is a key cog in what they're trying to do.
Capella finds Smith. Now VanVleet, guarded by Kerr. It's Thompson off the drive, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Taking a look here at the numbers, for Curry. Just an incredible month of basketball. And he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. That free throw, no good. Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Just 4 to shoot. Shoots from the baseline. Butler, no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
And here are the Warriors now, following the score by Houston. Pass to Curry. There's the triple. No good. Shot missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
In the corner, Moody with it. Here's Post. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And Curry has it in the corner. And the three off target.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Thompson inside. Curry meets him. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 11 points.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
Curry way outside, and the Warriors miss again.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Van Vliet against Curry. Stolen by Van Vliet. And here they go. And it's Smith finishing it off.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. On the topic of Curry, Coach said, it's like playing a game of tag. He continued, we had our wings chase our guards around in practice, and everyone is on notice. We all know how good he can be. The important thing is to not take any plays off. We'll stay sharp, or he'll remind us, that's for sure. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, these days, interior offense takes great determination and discipline.
Now, here's Curry. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Clippers.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
Here's Capella following the basket by Stephen Curry. Capella with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. For three, Smith. Podziemski grabs the board.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Pass to Butler. Now here's Curry. Here's Podziemski. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. The Rockets on top. They lead by 12. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
You give any team this many second chance opportunities, it's going to put you in control.
They've got Smith. Clint Capella is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Eason in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
And at 7'3", Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Now, here is Smith. He had 10 points in the win against the Wizards in Washington. Back to VanVleet. Shot clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot off. Şengün, the offensive rebound. Here's Eason. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Eason's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Richard, covered by VanVleet. It's tipped. Stolen by VanVleet. Here's Eason. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
To the inside. Here's Porzingis, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Porzingis has got 15 points.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
VanVleet passes to Capella, and it's in there.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Warriors trail by 14. Pass to Podziemski. Porzingis with a screen on Eason. Here's Podziemski. Hits the front of the rim and out.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, they have just found the better looks, and they are capitalizing.
Pass to Podziemski. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And we see Brandon Podziemski. He's been a valuable player, Tim, since his first day in the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, he's just the type of guy every team could use. He's a winner, high IQ, a hustle player who connects the game, and he can hit shots from deep.
Free throw good, Podziemski. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question it's become something that's a priority for teams now, and I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
Ah, that's terrific. Here's Podziemski. The Rockets making the shot. Pass to Melton. Porzingis with a screen on VanVleet. And here's Porzingis. In the corner, Horford with it. Three-pointer. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got 8 points.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Here's VanVleet. Clock at 6. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Their last encounter was in the Bay Area.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
And it means they will go deep into their bench again. It worked in the last matchup. Might as well spread more minutes around.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. Podziemski with it. Eason on him. To the middle. Podziemski finds Moody. To the wing on the left. Porzingis against Şengün. Here's Moody. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And so Şengün will bring it up for Houston. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Şengün. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. He's got 6.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Warriors trail by 13. Now Podziemski. Now Porzingis. Over Şengün. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Houston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Van Vliet. He gets that one. Van Vliet's got his first 2 points.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Golden State's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. For the Rockets, Durant's checked in for Smith. Shepard comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Amen Thompson subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Then for the Warriors, Jimmy Butler comes in for Al Horford. And Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. And the Warriors with possession here. Down by 15. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. And so Thompson nails both of them. Warriors trail by 17. Melton kicks to Butler. It's Curry outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Shepard, defended by Butler. And it's Shepard missing. The Warriors have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And stolen by Şengün. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey guys, the Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "What we're watching with Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Back to you.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, we thank you very much. Rockets leading by 15. Pass to Shepard. Thompson sets the pick for Shepard. Now here's Durant. Cranes the three-pointer. KD's got 15 points.
KD could sit out there all day and nail threes if the defense lets him.
Here's Butler. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Nice shot by Thompson.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Now here's Butler. He's got 11. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. Bucket is good. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Butler is screen on Thompson. Melton with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Buries the long-range jumper. 5 points in the game.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Houston leading by 17. And Thompson kicks to Durant. And stolen by Butler. Oh, no, stopping Butler that time.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Adams, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Then for the Warriors, Quentin Post comes in for Porzingis. And it's Horford in for Moody. Warriors trail by 18. Outside Curry. And here's Melton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
And while this has never been the strongest part of Butler's game, Jimmy can certainly hit a 3.
Houston's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old-school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
Now Melton following Durant's three-point attempt. Pass to Butler. Eason grabs the board.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Shoots from 14. Here's Adams. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Adams has got his third basket of the night. Warriors trail by 17. Pass to Butler. Here's Post. Back to Butler. Shot clock at 5. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far. And so here is Houston. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Now Eason. Back to Thompson. Adams with the screen on Melton. Thompson passes to Adams. And that one, good. 8 points for Steven Adams.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Warriors trail by 17. Pass to Post. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up. It's on Reed Shepherd. And a late second-round pick, but Tim Quinton Post showing he can contribute.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a true 7-footer, and he has proven he is more than comfortable shooting it from the three-point line. He is a proven NBA player.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Tim, and maybe I'm asking the wrong guy this, but are teams relying too much on the three-point shot?
Well, I do think there are nights I feel it becomes a little redundant, but the skill level of these players, Kevin, has led us here. More guys are capable of making that deep shot, so I don't see it going away anytime soon.
And the skill required to do it, no one knows that more than you. The skill required is just something else.
Consistency is what teams are looking for.
And the Warriors making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. And the free throw, no good. And from technical fouls, Tim, to flagrant fouls, it always seems like Draymond Green is walking that line and in the crosshairs.
Walking that line or stomping on that line. I don't know what, but it's where he seems to want to live. You love that competitive fire. You just have to make sure it doesn't cross the line where he hurts his team.
But don't you think he knows exactly what he's doing at all times?
He understands most officials don't want to give him that second technical, that's for sure.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 16 from deep three-point land. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 12 in the game.
You have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Pass to Melton. And here is Curry. Rockets with the rebound. Adams has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Shepherd, guarded by Curry. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Green against KD. Just 5 on the clock. Adams. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Rockets lead by 20. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Rockets. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
I'm here with Coach Ime Udoka. And, Coach, what are some of the positives that you can take away from that first half?
Our physicality has been good to start. Obviously, a point of emphasis is keeping them under control in transition. We like how we're guarding defensively. Obviously, it is big against this team.
Great start. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Hey, folks, first off, let's take a look at the overall NBA schedule on tap for tonight. It'll be the Mavericks against the Magic in Orlando. That one tips off at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Close matchup. Should be a good battle.
And guys, turning back to the first half of our game, KD doing whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted.
Man, how good has KD been? Playing with confidence, letting the game come naturally to him, and he affects every phase of the game, Shaq.
Making it look so easy. The great ones do that, Kenny.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. The forward spots will be Butler and Green. Curry is out there with Anthony Melton. And it's Porzingis in at the foul. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting two.
Well, so often that's the best you can do against Steph. He's so skilled as a shooter, you're almost forced to foul.
Take a break. Take a break. Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation. What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
Şengün with the screen for Thompson. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Now here's Curry. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Here's Curry. Takes it inside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Thompson with it. Pass to Shepard. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And Adams kicks to Şengün. Clock at 4. Count that one. Şengün's got 8.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Curry with it. Picked up by Shepard. Basket counts.
And it just doesn't matter where Curry is on the court with that kind of touch.
Rockets leading by 16. KD passes to Şengün. Here's Thompson. Pass to Shepard. Lets it go with the 3. Warriors with the rebound.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Good on the triple.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Rockets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Thompson surveying the floor. Down low. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
And this game has been all Adams. He's getting to his spots and capitalizing with ease right now.
Warriors trail by 15. Outside Curry. Back to Melton. Butler passes to Curry. Curry able to beat the contact inside.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Jimmy Butler.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his 3rd foul of the game. On defense, Golden State. It's a 13-point game. Thompson outside. Puts up a 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Butler. Porzingis against Adams. Here's Curry with the 3. And the Warriors, another 3.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Now Shepard. Now here's Şengün. Another miss by Houston. Curry is inside. It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Draymond Green.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
And at the right time, they could have let this game get away from them, but they never stopped believing.
Now here's Durant. 20 points for him. Over Butler. KD with the bucket. Durant's got 22 points.
Really like how Durant is playing tonight. Going for his, this guy is just so unreal.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Reed Shepard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Now Melton. Green with a screen on Thompson. To the paint. It's tipped.
And his active hands right there prevented that entry pass.
Pass to Durant. Here's Shepard, guarded by Kerr. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Shepard. He has 5. Tries again. Şengün gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
not giving up on the play. Şengün locked in.
Outside Butler. Golden State moving it around. Outside Curry. Back to Butler. Over KD. Butler, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Oh, he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
And here are the Warriors now. They trail by 14. Outside Curry. Pass to Green. Takes a three. And the Warriors miss again. Houston's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Butler against KD. Over Butler. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. KD's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is nonstop.
Well, you can talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
He misses the free throw.
You know, there's always a lot of talk around Jimmy Butler, but the fact is this. When the game is on the line, Butler can raise his effort level. It's almost unmatched in this league.
Moses Moody, he's checked in for D'Anthony Melton. And he sinks the second. Rockets leading by 15. Now, here's Thompson. 19 points in the game. Adams with the screen on Curry. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. Outside, Green. Lets it fly from 18. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Şengün finds KD. Thompson outside. Back to KD. The fader. From the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pass to Moody. That one good for 2. Moody's got his first bucket of the night.
There is the all-around game of Butler. A nice assist to cash in on that possession.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Smith checked in for the Rockets. And the Rockets with possession here. KD on the wing. Defended by Butler. Over Butler. The Rockets again can't hit. Warriors trail by 15. Curry deciding where to go with it. It's stolen by Smith. Oh, here we go. Şengün's got the fast break chance. Green with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Moody. Drops in the layup for 2. Moody's got 4 points this quarter.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Well, he saw the opportunity, and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
Rockets leading by 13. Pass to Shepherd. KD against Butler. Outside, KD. 6 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs.
And you know, for that matchup with Denver, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. Tari Eason comes in for Shepherd. Butler on the wing.
And that's just remarkable defense by Durant. Shooters definitely feel his presence when he's contesting like that.
Smith sets the pick for KD. Puts it up from 15. That's good on the jump shot. KD's got 26.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security's everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
Now here's Curry. 19 points in the game. Green with a screen for Butler. Down low. And it's Green with the jam.
I like that decision by Butler to give it up. The pick didn't really free him, but it opened up options.
Rockets leading by 13. And here is Durant. He's got 26. Durant with a strong finish inside.
He's just too long and lanky. Durant can go through you or around on the inside.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. For the Rockets, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Durant, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Amen Thompson. Warriors trail by 15. Podziemski with it. 8 points for him. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Porzingis has got 20.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Now Porzingis following the miss by Fred VanVleet from deep. Pass to Podziemski. For three. It doesn't go for him.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
VanVleet passes to Capella. Pass to Eason. For three, Smith. The shot, no good. Warriors trail by 12. Moody, the bounce pass. Golden State moving the ball around. Inside. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Van Vliet looking around. Shot by Eason, no good.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over him.
Porzingis passes to Horford. Jacks up a three. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And a big-time three to cut it to single digits. They've kept it within reach, but they've got to pick up the intensity in this final quarter.
And so it's the Houston Rockets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, he made the right play. It didn't have to be a highlight reel play, and that's all you can ask from any position.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. Fred VanVleet out there with Tari Eason. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And the Warriors with possession here, following the miss by Fred VanVleet. And the foul on Tari Eason. That'll be his second foul of the game. Melton passes to Butler. Stolen by VanVleet.
Well, it's really turned around for him because he really took care of the ball in the first half.
Smith with a screen on Melton. 4 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. Smith, no good. Warriors trail by 9. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Butler. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Butler's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Warriors. Now Eason. VanVleet outside. Poked away. Melton with the steal. Now the Warriors moving it up. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Well, he had the spotlight. Why not add a little flair?
Aaron Holiday is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Find the lanes. One shot.
Melton, no good on the free throw. Rockets leading by 5. Holiday with it. Butler covering. Şengün. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. 12 points for Şengün.
A true monster in the paint and just under 7 feet. It can be so easy for Şengün to find those baskets.
Now here's Melton. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
And the Rockets making a change here. Okogie's checked in. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. They set the screen. Here's Melton. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Here's Moody following the basket by Jabari Smith. High post shot. Fred VanVleet grabs the miss. And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Rockets. They led the game at 1 point by 20. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Houston making a switch here. Durant's checked in. Here's Van Vliet. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Cans it from downtown. And it's a 12-point Rocket lead.
And count on Van Vliet to hit that three-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
Who's watching here?
Now here's Melton. Stolen by Van Vliet. Oh, here we go. Şengün's got the fast break chance. The shot by KD. No good.
He was torching them from deep in the first half, but he has not made one here in the second.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Butler kicks to Melton. Majemski on the wing. And the Warriors miss again.
Yeah, and that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
Smith, no luck.
Well, fortunately, as he searches for his scoring rhythm, they still have the lead for now.
On the wing, Melton. Green with a screen on Şengün. To halt the run, and Green slams it in.
Well, that's just an excellent job by Green as the screener. First he sets it, then gets the scoring opportunity.
Rockets leading by 10. KD looking around. Rocket 6. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
Guys, they've done everything they can in this one to just dominate that backboard offensively and keeping control of the ball and then converting.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
That's good from Durant. And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
And so it's Houston with it after the Warriors pick up 3. Durant, the pass to Şengün. Now, here's Moody, defended by Durant. Pass to Melton. Back to Moody. Porzingis finds Melton. Here's Green. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And stolen by Melton. Good D by Thompson. Rockets leading by 10. Eason with it. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Porzingis with the steal. To the middle. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
As cold as he was in the first half, he's done a great job regrouping and turning things around after the break.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Thompson dishes to Smith. Pass to Eason. And here is Durant. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Curry from 3.
And now he's starting to get it going. 4 3-pointers in the game for him, and 3 have come in this half.
For Houston, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. So for the Rockets, Steven Adams comes in for Jabari Smith. And Shepard subbed in for Tari Eason. Then for the Warriors, Butler, he's checked in for Moody. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for DeAnthony Melton. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. Şengün passes to Shepard. Outside for Durant. Durant raising up.
Look at KD throwing it down, not giving the defense any opportunity there.
Warriors trail by 7. And here is Curry. Good D by Thompson.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Yep, that one goes in there. And now it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Well, the volume has been there, but so has the efficiency, which is why they're in control of this game.
Now Butler. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Curry. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Curry's got 7 now in this quarter.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
A wide open look for Durant. They get it back. A second chance effort, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Porzingis.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
The first one falls.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for the Warriors. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Rockets leading by 8. Pass to Shepard. Here's Adams. Thompson outside. A three-pointer, no good. Golden State's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Porzingis kicks to Curry. Oh, Curry dropping it right in.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Here's Durant. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Wow, what a smart play. He recognizes the smaller defender on him and takes it right to the rim.
KD, one of the most prolific scorers in the NBA. The intrigue is how he does it with his stature.
Outside Curry. Pass to Porzingis. Now here's Melton. Misses the three.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the shot goes in.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Durant against Butler. Aggressive play by Butler against the defense.
Well, it's Butler's night. They have gone to him repeatedly, and you see why.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Rockets leading by 9. Durant fires. The three doesn't go. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Butler. Durant rips down the rebound. Houston's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Adams. Oh, and the hustle pays off there.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
Green with a screen on Durant. Butler against KD. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Durant. Oh, and wide open, nails the J.
The shooting ability is incredible. Shepard's got a shot from all over the floor.
Warriors trail by 13. Right side, Butler. No good on the layup. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 14-6 run. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. The drive by Thompson. The long shot, no good. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Rockets.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And so checking out their record tonight, it'll mark win number 32 overall.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for KD.
Well, what a highlight reel he put together, playing his game and contributing in a big way.
Up top, Curry. Here's Green. Puts up the 3, and there's the 3. Here's Şengün. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Well, this one is winding down now. Houston can watch the clock run out. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
So let's go courtside, where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game, Allie.
Kevin, this was a huge statement win for this team. How satisfying is it for you?
It was fun. It was fun. We came out and played hard. Guys played together, and this was all that I expected, man. I'm glad that we was able to get the win tonight. We're looking forward to the next game.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Guys.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game,